Hello, everyone. Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. Of course, I really want to thank you so much, my new and my returning subscribers, for being a part of my journey, part of my soul tribe. I really appreciate you, one and all. All right. For the past few days, I'm getting this song. This song, I've not heard this song in over 30 years. But the song goes like this. I only remember the chorus now. I came on business for the king. He told me to smile and he told me to sing. 'Cause I can't just stand here and do my own thing. 'Cause I came on business for the king. All right. So each time I remember the song during the week, it reminds me of my YouTube channel and where and how I started this. I remember I didn't know anything about tarot, spirituality, nothing. I've only gone to church all my life. 2 years ago, after I was on a twin flames journey, not knowing what twin flames was, but just the energy between me and my twin, I realized there was something deeper than what I thought it was. So when we got separated in terms of not speaking anymore, I was so hurt. So I was looking for his sign versus my sign and to see the compatibility between both signs to see if it was inevitable that we would go apart. Anyways, what I end up finding after a search for the sign, the zodiac sign differences, I found tarot and I was like, what is this? I start feeling skeptical about wanting to listen to the readings, not wanting to involve myself too deep into this because this feels something that wasn't feeling good. So I listened to one, I listened to another, and then another, and then another. I said, God, if this is wrong, I don't know what's right because whoever is reading these cards, they're actually speaking to me. They're speaking to my soul. So if this is wrong, you've got to tell me that I need to stop because this is really helping me to get over the hurt and the pain, knowing there's another side of spirituality that I didn't know of. So when I started going more into wanting to hear more about tarot, I said, God, I think I want to do this too. I want to be able to do this for me and even to help others, but I want to learn it. Um, I was going through really dark time, a really dark season in my life. Hmm. I was really worried. I abandoned my room and I went into the closet for months to sleep. The room was too big. I wanted a small space where I could see all the corners. I was literally sleeping under my clothes, not wanting to be seen or heard. I thought I was going to die at one point, but God needed me and I'm still here. So when I was so scared, I started to pray because I know there is something beyond me that I can't tell anyone. I can't share with the people in my life because I really wanted to keep it a secret. I couldn't share. I didn't have much. I don't have much friends really in the physical that I could talk to, and this was somehow a burden to me because this tarot thing that I'm interested in, I don't want people to believe I'm wicked to be listening to this, much less wanting to do it. I didn't want to be judged. So I ordered a deck on Amazon, just trying to see if I could decipher out what this thing was, even though they say you're not supposed to buy a deck for yourself. I said, if I don't buy it for myself, well, how am I going to get it when this is my best kept secret? But I bought my deck and I started reading it myself. But I was not able to connect with my spirit guides after months locked away in that same closet, listening to. I could hear my heart beating. How quiet the place was. Just listening for the time to come when I don't hear the heartbeat anymore because I'm dead. That's how scared I was. Not even, I love music and I don't want to hear anything. I just want to hear my own thoughts, my own heartbeat, everything. It's just me. I don't know why I wanted to just listen to me. I don't want to hear my phone ring. I don't want to hear anybody call. I don't want to hear text. I don't want to read email. Just me. Days I couldn't go to work. Was not sick. I wasn't sick, but something was off mentally about me to the point where I was not balanced. God realized I couldn't have taken this anymore. He revealed to me exactly what I'm supposed to do and who I am and my purpose here. And that was one of my darkest days. I said day, I mean day and night. Was my darkest days and nights. Yeah. Just being here. My family wasn't here yet. One of my sons was here. But he said to my mother, you can't just lock yourself away. Your son lives here too. And I was like, yes. But I can't even explain to him what was happening. I explain to him now and he understands because he realized the journey I'm on, I'm a completely different person in my energy comparing to the mother he knew years ago. I've somehow changed. So when you ever walk with God one to one, you're never gonna see life, people, or situation the same as you used to when you were blindfolded and not seeing the truth. So I was able to connect with my spirit guides now, and they tell me I need to go make a local TV channel. I said, TV channel? What am I doing on TV? I don't even like to public speaking. I don't want to go on PA. But that's what they wanted of me. I said, where am I gonna get information from? He said, research. I thought they had attitude. I was like, okay. I didn't ask any more questions. So I didn't even know how to build a YouTube channel, but I went on YouTube one night and miraculously I just made the channel. I asked my spirit guides, what do I give my channel name? He said, God Love Notes. I wrote it down, God Love Notes, but it feels too short. So I wanted to add something more to it. I said, the galaxy with God Love Notes. And I asked them, spirit guides, is this topic okay to use? And they said yes. So thank you. So I wasn't the one who came up with the name of my channel. My spirit team, my spiritual team, they were the one who came up with the name of my channel, the galaxy. Well, no, God Love Notes they gave me, and I add the galaxy to it. So they were the one who wanted me to do this to the point where they gave me a name. I don't know if when you're making YouTube channel, if you have to search to go through a search to find out if anyone uses this name before, so you could use it if it's available. I didn't have to do this because mine seemed like it was in a vault, secured, ready for me to pick it up and to continue or to start using. My spirit guides wanted me to do this because they wanted me, they said I need to share my life story. And that's the reason I've gone through so much because God wanted to use me as a vessel to teach others how I overcome. And when I started this channel, I never even think of the monetary part of it. Money is important, yes, to everybody, but for me, all I wanted to do was to make sure I was sharing God's work exactly how He wanted me to do it. The money part wasn't appealing to me. I just wanted to help people because the depth I went when I was going through my spiritual awakening, I would never want anybody to go through this because I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a clue what was happening to me. So the same pain I feel, it's okay. I prefer for it to stop here and not being shared among anybody else because I may be strong enough to overcome it, but not everybody is strong enough to overcome this. Man. So it gave me sleepless nights just to come forth, to speak the way I'm speaking. It took me like 3 weeks to even make 1 minute video. If you go back and see my first video, I literally run from the camera. I wanted to run so bad, but something held me down. Sit and do it. Yeah. So I was channeling messages from a spirit guide and said, kick procrastination. What is kick procrastination? I asked them, what's kick procrastination? I said, go make videos. Well, they wanted me to make a local TV channel. Go make videos to talk about what? Speak about the goodness of God over your life. Speak about your twin flames journey. I am not a camera person. And I said, what's stopping me? They said, fear. No, but at this point, nothing was stopping me from doing this but fear. I wanted to do tarot, and I asked them, is it okay to do tarot? He said, it's optional. I don't have to do tarot. It's up to me if I want to do it. I said to them, spirit guides, what if I don't do the work that God wants me to do? What's going to happen? He said, God will just take your gift away from you and give it to someone else who is willing to use it. He will just take your gift and give it to someone else who is willing to use it. But He's not going to just take your gift like that. There's going to be consequences to it. Blessings actually come with your gifts. So they didn't tell me this, but I realized it after. Blessings are added to your gifts. So when you use your gift, God bless you more to bless others. So I didn't know where to start. Sure, I was so lost. My son always laugh at me and say when you come on to electronics, me remind him of my mother calling him on FaceTime to say, you can't see me? Yeah, that's all I am when it come on to electronics. I'm not really good at doing anything on computers, but this, I don't know how I got here, but I was guided to be here. I remember when I was going through my spiritual awakening and many of the days I'm going to work, I play this song. It's done by Anne Marie. You Needed Me. You maybe could look it up on the internet. It goes, I cried the tear, you wiped it dry. I was confused, you cleared my mind. I sold my soul, you bought it back from me and held me up and gave me dignity. Somehow you needed me. You gave me strength to stand alone again, to face the world out on my own again. You put me high upon a pedestal, so high that I could almost see eternity. You needed me, you needed me, and I can't believe it's true, I can't believe it's true. I needed you, and you were there. And I don't remember this part. I'll leave it there. I don't remember the words of the song. Anyways, but this song was my national motto. I remember going through a point in my life where I was so sick. I had um shots, and this my hand could not move for a while. I went to the doctor. They gave me medication for the shoulder because I couldn't lift it, and then the medication was too strong and it started stripping my kidneys. I was so sick, and I had a stage 3 kidney failure, to the point where I wasn't able to walk. I was not able to walk. But this song reminded me of the reason I'm still here. God needed me. I remember when I was sick, I couldn't eat meat because my kidneys were so weak. I said, God, where did I go wrong? Because all my life I've tried to be the best person I could ever be. Where did I go wrong? All I did was to work hard to help my family, help everybody I love deeply, and I do everything there is. But look at me. I'm dying. I'm sick. I'm going down. And I remembered my mother when she was sick to the point where the doctor gave her up. The hospital gave her over to die, sent her home to die because nobody could help her because she had cancer. But my mother, she believed so much in prayer and fasting. And she tell her church members the situation she was in. But she reached a point where she wasn't even able to go to church anymore because she was so low. And she got a vision. She got a dream. But we were at school and she said she got a vision that God, she just see a God came down, and it wasn't too late. It was in the evening, but we were on evening shift. And he came down and he covered her in a white blanket. And he wanted to take her up. And he said, no, wait, because the kids are still at school. And he said, Reverend Flo, that's my sister's name. You know, I'm going to win doctor when I go to Dr. Monday. My sister turned to her and said, Mama, if everybody else for cancer kill, why you think God going to save you? Every time I remember. Because my mother, she prayed, her church people prayed for her. And when she went to the doctor, there was no sign of cancer in her. They did a test, they did tests all over again. And for years, she's been battling with this thing. They gave her over. They said, Miss, call her by name. What did we say was wrong with you again? And she tell them. She said, listen, today, let no one put a knife on you. Call her by her name again and said, listen to me. You are healed. There's no trace of cancer in your body. I was 14, maybe 15 then, but there's no trace of cancer in your body. I wasn't there at the time when that happened, but people in the hospital who mama used to go and come, and they should get to meet them as family in the hospital because she would spend days at a time because she was so sick. They got in spirit. They shout the name of God so strong. She let them believe that there was a God, because there was no way that she wouldn't have cancer. For months she's been going there. Now, with me having my kidney failure, I remember her because I prayed to God. I said, God, if my mother is gone, who else do we have left? We have no one, and we are kids. But God, He listened. He answered our prayer. And my mother is still here. She maybe was in her 40s then. And my mother is 80 something now, 85. And she's still alive. No trace of cancer in her body. From that day, my mother was healed. So I used my mother's faith well, I say it maybe wrong, but the faith she had in God is the same faith I'm using today. And the same faith I use today because I know she believed in God to save her from the pain and the struggle and everything. It worked for me today because I prayed to God for deliverance for my kidneys. It's 4 years now, and I'm still cleared. I do my test every year just to make sure I'm fine. There's no trace of issues where my kidneys are concerned because God, it took away everything. When I came, well, I was in New York then, and I used to overwork, and everything was just bad. I wasn't able to walk 3 years ago. I wasn't able to walk because how bad my kidneys were. I was so weak. I used to do in nursing. I was used to be in nursing, and I couldn't be up. I worked night shift mostly, and I could not be up to take care of my patients because my patient maybe was the one to take care of me. I was so sick. Yeah, but here I am, 5 years later, talking. How good God was to me, and how good God was and is and will always be, not just to me, but to all of us. But we just need to have faith and believe that He's going to take us through all the stress and pressures of this life. So I said, when I started the channel, it wasn't a money motivated project. This project was just to speak about God's goodness over my life and the life of my family. How God show up, not just in my family, but other people's life. Just speak God's word. Just talk about Him to other people because where we are, it's a it's not sensitive where God is concerned. Nobody wants to talk about God. Nobody wants to hear His name. So I was given the baton, like I'm in a relay. I'm given the baton to pass on the goodness of Him, the goodness of our Father, not just my Father, but our Father. So I've overcome that fear of seeing myself dying slowly. I overcome that. Thank God, because I I had more purpose here than just going. All my life, I remember when I was much younger, maybe 14, 15, still in high school. On the weekends, I normally plant my nice little flowers garden, and I would take a towel or a blanket, and I would fold it, and I would go in my garden, and I would sit all day, and I would sing Christian songs, and I loved God all my life. But when I saw my mother being sick, I even loved God more. But there was something that I could not connect. I didn't know how close God was to us until my mother, when she was in pain, she was on her final lap, when we thought she was gonna go, my mother would cry night and day, walking up and down the place, Jesus, Jesus. My sister we were so ashamed, not just my sister, we were so ashamed because other persons were hearing my mother crying like God is gonna come out the cloud and say, yes. My sister turned to her and said, Mama, God not going to answer you like a somebody. But trust me, my mother might not hear the voice answering her, but whatever she was asking for was granted unto her. She was granted another life. She was in her 40s. My mother's 80s now. So, yeah, she got a brand new life. My mother can do everything for herself. At 85. She missed nothing up here. She remembers everything. Yeah. So, as I always say, reaching God, it's not a mountain to climb. God is like a Wi Fi. And once you're in the zone, say for example, you're in the prayer zone, you say, God, I need your help. Help is coming. You might not see the help coming, but it's going to come. You just got to believe it. My mother believed before she got the healing that she was going to be healed. And if there's nothing you hear tonight about what I just said, my mother believed she was going to be healed. She told us to the point where my sister said, Mama, why God gonna save you over everybody else that cancer killed? My mother was healed. So God is a Wi-Fi away. We don't have to even shout his name, but it's okay if you whisper too. But God answers. I remember when I was doing internship, um, and this nun was fascinated by taking pictures of the sun, even through blinds and stuff. She would take pictures of the sun and some things that the sun revealed to me. For weeks, I could not sleep. I was so scared to see what I saw in the clouds. I've seen faces, I've seen everything. I've seen angels, I see wings in the clouds, the regular clouds that we look at each day and believing it's just clouds. Believe me, it's a Wi Fi network of spiritual beings that are in that clouds. I didn't know. I was so scared. I started looking around me, can't sleep because I was scared of everything that is considered can't see. So I realized when I'm able now to speak with my spirit guides, I was still curious, but I know I can get answers from them. I still wanted to feel skeptical about the phone, but it wasn't a hype phone or anything high nowadays phone. It was back in 2016, 2015, 16 when you had this flip phone, Flip Ericsson phone. Nothing top of the line. I can do anything to recreate a picture. So whatever pictures we saw, it's not just me, but it was like a group of us went on internship and we saw that. But I don't know if it dwells on anybody's heart like it did mine. But as long as I live, I shall never forget. My spirit guide said to me when I asked, "Is this for real or what is it all about?" He said, "Yes, it is real. God wanted to make a connection with you. He wanted to establish a connection with you." Wow. I said, "Why me?" Because that scared the crap out of me. I said, "Why me?" He said, "Because he loves you." I said, "Oh, okay." Yeah, I literally wanted to cry. To know 2 days ago, I was channeling messages from my spirit guides, and I wanted to know if I'm on the right track or what else they want me to do. I said, "Spirit guides, what do I need to work on? Do you have a message for me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "What's the message, please?" He said, "Keep doing God's work. You're on the right track." I said, "Thank you, I will." He said, "Is there anything else you want me to know?" He said, "God loves you, and so we do." And I literally wanted to cry to know that many days someone will come to you and say, "I love you." But my spirit guides, they propelled me along each day. They let me feel wanted. They let me feel needed. They let me feel as if whatever I'm doing, I'm being cheered for it. So I know I'm on the right path. So I'm here, not for me, but God is using me as a medium to share His love and His greatness to all of you. So, collectives, thanks again for joining me here at the Galaxy with God. Love notes. Peace. I with you. Good night.